Hey everybody, welcome back to Harris Family Adventures. This is the third in the series of Valentin videos that I am making for this most recent trip. Down below you will see all of the videos from last year, and last year what I did for our trip is I made a video per day, kind of talking about the whole day. This time I'm doing kind of what to expect of the different aspects of the Valentin. So I have a lot of information out there. I'll be happy to try to answer any questions. This was our fourth time going. We went June 25th through June 30th in 2023. Okay, this is gonna be about the entertainment / pools, because I kind of think of the pools as entertainment. So, like I've talked about in a previous video last year, the pool selection is a little bit difficult to describe. There's the main pool. Again, if you've seen any pictures of the Valentin, if you see the people going over the bridge, that's the main pool. But within the main pool, there's the main fun activity side, and then there's the more relaxing side. So it's really like you go under a bridge and it's like, oh, the atmosphere is completely different. So if you're looking for best couple game, if you're looking for the bull riding, if you're looking for the foam party, if you're looking for the water aerobics or any of those types of things, that's on the main fun side of the pool, closer to the plaza. If you kind of want to be adjacent to that, you still want the ability to swim up to a bar, and those types of things, you still want to be near a food truck, you can still be in that main pool. It's just on the side of the pool closer to the ocean. You can't see the ocean from that side, but it's closer to the ocean. So that's the main pool. Then there is the silver pool, I think is what it's called. It's like just a rectangle. It's just a rectangle. If you're ever walking from the main pool to like the plaza to go to like La Marche for lunch, you're gonna see this rectangle pool. I think I saw one person in it and maybe a total of 5 people sitting next to it the whole time. There's no breeze, there's no music. I don't know how they're getting drinks because I don't think they bring them drinks there, and there's no bar close by. So I would not recommend. Never been in it, would not recommend. Then there's the golden pool. And actually, I'm this kind of person. I was reading an article before we left, and it was like top resorts with lazy rivers, and Justin loves our lazy rivers. So I was like, oh, I'll read this. And it listed Valentin. Y'all, that is not a lazy river. It's not a circle. It's a half circle with pools inset. So, and there's like obstacles, and there's no current. So please do not think that there's a lazy river there. There is not. You can walk, you can do the half circle, but you're not gonna float, and it's just gonna naturally take you, just to the end. Then anyway, it's not a lazy river. All in all, it's just calmer, more serene. There are rooms that walk out right to it, because even like those buildings right around the main pool, if you're on the first floor, you're not walking out and you're walking out and then there's jungle and then there's the pool. But along the golden pool, there are the walkout rooms. So if you have a walkout room, it's gonna be along that pool. And that is where they will bring food to your chairs. I talked about how you eat at the golden pool in the last video, so you can go back and watch that. And overall, it's just kind of a calmer, more serene area. We actually found ourselves going to that pool a couple of different times. One of the people we were with, he's actually never been to that pool, and that was their 5th time there, because we were always like, action, this is fun. But I think this time, we're getting older, we just enjoyed some moments of zen. And we did eat lunch there one day, so we were all able just to, you can wear your swimsuits to the other lunch places, but you also have to have your cover up and kind of get yourself together, maybe drop a little bit. And we ordered it while we were in the pool, they brought it, we hopped out, we sat there, we ate it, we hopped back in the pool, which is a really nice thing to do. So those are the different pool options. And there's the ocean. You do you. I'm not going to the ocean. If you're interested in the activities in both the pool or elsewhere, there's a couple places you can find them. One place you can find them is using that main QR code for the Valentin. There's one of the pages there, it says activities, and you can sort it into like morning or like daytime, evening, or all of them. But also on that main page, you can find the journal. Now in the olden days, the journal was a paper thing that you would get in your room that would tell you what restaurant was closed that night, what the activities are, how long the pool is open, all of those types of things. And actually we found that there were a couple of times the journal was more accurate than just that list on that one page. So maybe check both of them and just kind of see, because they're gonna list things on that journal, like when the saxophone player is playing, or when there's any kind of activity in the pool. Now sometimes they'll say pool game, and you don't really know what that means. I wish you could click on it and it would tell you, like, watch people run across a mat and see who makes it the farthest, or something like that. But who am I, you know? No big deal. Okay, so those are the activities during the day. Most of them are going to be in the gym. Didn't do any of those. They do have like 5Ks. That's not how I vacation. In the activity center, they would have some things. Around the pool, they would have some things like cooking classes, and then in the pool they'd have things, and then on the beach they'd have like beach volleyball. So those are some activities you're going to find during the day. Then at night, the activities are going to be music in the plaza. So sometimes they might have a soloist, sometimes they might have a trio that are going to be singing. Oftentimes, then they have the Imperial Band. And if you watched last year, the Imperial Band has always been very, very talented. Last year, their song selection was a little bit missing, lacking in that people were not dancing to it. But this year, their song selection was fantastic. People were dancing, followed up by a DJ. I'm just going to say this just as a shout out to Genevieve from New Jersey. So we were sitting out there, DJ comes on, there's a line dance, I'm out there, I'm line dancing. We walk back to the chairs and a woman says, "Thank you so much, that was really helpful." And I was like, "Oh, you're welcome. I didn't even know I was helping anybody, but you're welcome, follow along. I love to do a line dance." Then a couple songs later, my friend is dancing with her husband. I want to dance. Justin's not a dancer. So I see Genevieve over there kind of doing that chair dancing, like when you want to dance, but you don't have anybody to dance with. So I was like, let's go dance. So we danced. And then she said, so thank you, Genevieve. She said that she actually knew me from my YouTube videos and that they've been really helpful. So I'm so happy that she introduced herself. Always do that, and made my evening. I was so excited. But one of the things that she and I were talking about is both in the pool during games and activities, as well as at night, it kind of is like everybody becomes part of a group. So like earlier in the pool that very day, there had been a game, and we started saying amongst ourselves, like, who do we think's gonna win? The person on the left, the person on the right. And then we started like talking to people around us, like, who do you think's gonna win? Who do you think's gonna win? And then person on the right would win and would be like, oh man, you know, or like, yes, and high-fiving. So that's something that's really fun about the entertainment. I think Valentin is a perfect size, that it's big enough that there's lots of things to do, but it's not so big. It's kind of small enough that you feel some camaraderie with your other guests. I will say this about the plaza. I have my notes here. I have taken bug spray every single time. I've never used bug spray. And in fact, earlier this year, we went down to Mexico, just about the same area, a different resort, and I took the bug spray and didn't need it at all. But I was like, I'm gonna keep taking it because I know the one time I don't take it, I'm gonna need it. No, we needed it. So that first night, they were just bothering us, and we're from Nebraska, we have mosquitoes here, but it just really takes away from the whole experience. They did have some available to us. We didn't use that, we just kind of called it an early night, and then the next night I had my nice little purse, and I just carried my bug spray with me, and we would just all use it. And with the bug spray, I think I got maybe just 1 or 2 more bites the rest of the nights there. So I would say bug spray, it tends to be pretty small. I would say bring it, have it, hopefully you don't need it, but we would have been miserable without it. And also at night, they do have shows in the theater. They have the typical, I don't know, I feel like Mexican all-inclusives really like Michael Jackson. I feel like that's a real theme. I don't understand that. So they always have like a they've literally for the last 5 years had Michael Jackson impressionist shows. They have a burlesque show. They have a magic show. I think there's like a glowy show. I don't know. We were gonna go, Justin and I, one of the nights we had some time to kill, so we're like, oh, we'll go to the burlesque show. We were about a half hour early. They don't let people in until a half hour before, but I would say about 20 minutes before, it was halfway filled. So if you are interested in going to a show, I would go early. They have usually music videos playing. We were watching Amy Winehouse and Kylie Minogue music videos. We didn't end up staying for the show. We ended up changing our plans a little bit, so we didn't go to any of the shows, but they are popular. I would just say go early if you're interested. There is a bar inside the theater, so if you're like, oh, I need to get a drink, there is a bar inside the theater that you can grab that. Last thing, just that note that I had here, and as I was unpacking, I made this note. The mats are back. They do still say in the journal, like, due to hygiene issues, our mats are not available. No, the mats are back. They just need to adjust that. That's why I say check a couple places to see what's going on. But we had taken one of our floaties. If you watched our Barcelo videos, you knew I took 2 of them and we used both of them. This time I just took one. There was just the 2 of us. I'm really glad I took it. I like having a cup holder and I like having a floatie where you can sit. A lot of people had floaties like that. A lot of people just leave floaties behind. They just don't want to trek them home. Of course you can buy them there also. But like our second day, I had seen a floatie the night before and it was still there at like 6:30 that morning when I saved a chair, talk about that. And it was still there at like 10 in the morning. So I went ahead and grabbed it and we just used it for the day and then we just left it behind for someone else to use. Again, sense of community. So last thing I'll say about the pools, and you heard me say it. Does it say in the journal you can't save chairs? Yes. But as I've said in previous videos, it's the game and you have to play the game. And if you want to take the ethical high ground and be like, well, we didn't save any chairs, that I'm so proud of you. Gold star. Now you don't have it in a place to sit. Bummer. So yes, I did get down there usually between 7 and 7:30. I was able to save, there was 4 of us that were in our group. I was able to save 2 chairs outside of the water and 2 chairs within the water. They have a little table. But then actually we decided like, it was so hot that we were like, we don't really need chairs. We're not gonna sit in the chairs. Basically, we just needed a chair to put our stuff on. So that last day, I didn't even save a chair. We ended up starting down at the beach. Then we went and ate lunch. Then we went to the main pool and we just found one chair and we just put all of our stuff on that one chair and hopped in the water as fast as we could. So there you go. I do know it was a couple years ago now, they started to get kind of strict about it and they would take things off of chairs and leave a little note behind, like your things were here, but you were not, so here's your stuff back here. I didn't see them doing that at all. So I think they've just accepted this is just the way of the world. People are just gonna save chairs. I honestly think if they just had shelves or cubbies or lockers, I think they would help with the chair problem because again, at that time of year especially, now we've gone in January and we've gone in March and yeah, there's a lot more chairs sitting then. But I think from June 1st to the end of August, people just want to put their stuff somewhere and hop in the pool. So you do need to save chairs. All that to say. Sorry, you have to break a rule. I don't like breaking rules, but you got to. All right, I know that was kind of jumbled. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to try to answer them. Just leave them down below. I have one more video coming out, and it is traveling to and from Mexico. Yep. Late June 2023. A little bit of drama. All right, see you next time.
Forget the day we met, your eyes so blue, me piercing through. I can't forget the day we met, your smile so bright, it made me smile.